Welcome to the Deep Dive. If you've been anywhere near the internet lately, well, you know the feeling around Grand Theft Auto VI. It's intense.
Oh, absolutely electric. The whole gaming world is basically just waiting, watching for the next sign.
Exactly. And the anticipation is so thick you could cut it with a knife. People are holding their breath.
It's massive, yeah. But like always, our job here is to sort of cut through that noise, find the real signals.
So today, we're diving deep. We're looking at these really detailed community analyses. You know, the folks who track every corporate move, every financial deadline.
Right. Trying to figure out what Rockstar Games is actually planning with this third trailer. Is it just routine stuff, or are these real clues?
Because the word on the street, or online anyway, is that this trailer, the big one, maybe with a date, pre-orders could drop any day now. Really, any day.
And that whole frenzy seems to boil down to two main things, doesn't it? Two, solid pillars.
Yeah. First, some very specific internal moves at Rockstar suggesting they're ready.
And second, this big, looming external deadline related to finance. You can't move that one.
It's where digital prep meets Wall Street pressure.
And you, the listener, are right smack in the middle of this speculation storm. So let's start with the physical evidence, if you can call website changes physical.
Yeah, the digital footprint. Let's unpack that. Okay, so this latest wave, this intense speculation, it really kicked off when people noticed Rockstar Games had, massively changed their official website.
Yeah, not just tweaked it. Our sources are calling it a complete overhaul, like the whole structure.
And that distinction matters, doesn't it? For a company like Rockstar, known for being so meticulous.
Exactly. They don't just redesign their entire online presence on a whim. It's not just a fresh coat of paint.
The analysts nailed it, I think, calling it the smoke before the fire.
They see this digital restructuring as the necessary groundwork before a huge announcement, setting the stage.
And thinking about why they do that. It's not just aesthetics, it's about traffic, right? Handling the inevitable flood.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the second a GTA trailer drops, the internet basically melts.
Millions of people hitting refresh all at once.
Right. So their servers, their backend, their caching, everything needs to be rock solid to handle that surge.
Yeah.
This website revamp is them bracing for impact, essentially, clearing the decks.
So, beyond the structure, was there any visual proof, anything concrete that says, okay, we're shifting from secret development to public marketing?
Yes, definitely. Two key things popped up. First, a new slider right there on the homepage, featuring the artwork from the second GTA 6 trailer.
Okay, putting existing assets front and center.
But the real kicker, the thing that got everyone talking, was the logo.
Oh.
A new, final, high-quality version of the GTA 6 logo appeared.
Final logo, not just a placeholder.
That's what the analysts are saying. They're calling it the official seal, this is it, no going back.
A final stamp of approval. Okay, why is that specific detail, the final logo, more significant than, say, putting up some concept art?
Because it's much harder to undo. Once Rockstar commits to that final branding, that specific logo file, it gets locked in everywhere. Marketing materials, licensing deals, platform stores.
Right, it ripples out.
Exactly. Pulling that back, changing it after it's integrated into the core website. That's complicated, time-consuming, expensive. It signals confidence. The visual identity is done.
So the marketing machine can finally roar to life.
The digital smoke is thick, looks like a fire's coming.
And that readiness, the site being prepped, the branding locked, that brings us neatly to the other big pressure point, the calendar.
Okay, so let's pivot from the digital clues to the dollars and cents, the financial deadlines. This is where the timing gets really, really tight.
The big date circled on everyone's calendar, November 6th, 2025. That's the Take-Two Interactive main investor meeting.
And context here is key. GTA 6 is supposed to launch, May 2026?
Roughly, yeah. That puts this meeting just about 7 months before the launch window, deep into the final stretch.
And that closeness, that proximity is exactly why this meeting is so critical. Investors aren't looking for vague updates anymore. They need solid info for their financial models.
GTA 6 isn't just another game for Take-Two, it's huge for their forecast.
It's the cornerstone of their whole next fiscal year, basically.
So the big question, what happens if that third trailer, the one expected to have the pre-order date, doesn't drop before November 6th?
Uh-oh. Yeah, that creates uncertainty. Big time.
Volatility.
Exactly. If the trailer lands before the meeting, CEO Strauss Zelnick can walk in there with proof. Here's the trailer, here's the plan, here's the pre-order date.
Clears up doubts instantly. Analysts can plug in the numbers, confidence restored.
If he walks into that meeting without it,
Every single hand goes up, right? Asking about delays.
you bet. Can you guarantee May 2026? Is it slipping? And the killer question, what happens to your earnings targets if this gets pushed?
Yeah, that kind of uncertainty this late in the game, that's poison for a stock price.
Kryptonite.
Okay, I see the pressure. But playing devil's advocate here, based on the sources, Rockstar has separated these things before, haven't they?
That's true.
Didn't the first GTA 6 trailer land in December after a November meeting? So why couldn't they just, I don't know, show investors something behind closed doors and release the trailer publicly later?
That's a fair point, and technically, yes, they could. But the difference is the timeline. Back then, December 2023, the game was still like 18 months out.
Much more breathing room.
Loads more. Now, at just 7 months, analysts need certainty for the current financial quarter, the one leading right into launch. They need to know about that pre-order revenue.
Ah, right. The pre-orders mean actual money coming in, upfront capital that needs to show up on the books sooner rather than later.
Precisely. A confirmed pre-order date lets them lock in those Q1, Q2 2026 earnings forecasts. Without it, investor confidence could wobble, no matter what reassurances they give internally.
So the pressure to announce something solid before November 6th is just immense.
Immense. Stabilize the market. That's the goal.
Okay, so if this November deadline is pushing them towards releasing the trailer very soon, maybe even in the next few days, does that mean pre-orders open immediately? That's the next question everyone's asking.
Probably not, actually. If you look at Rockstar's history, their usual playbook, they tend to let the hype build first.
Right. They don't usually drop a trailer and open wallets on the same day. They're masters of the slow burn, letting the excitement marinate.
Exactly. The trailer drops, generates huge buzz, dominates the news cycle, blows up social media. They let that energy build for a bit.
Maximize the anticipation before asking for the sale. Prime the pump, so to speak.
Yeah, precisely. And we have a pretty good model for this, don't we? The sources point to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ah, yes. The RDR2 rollout. How did that timing work again?
Well, for RDR2, the third big trailer dropped. And then pre-orders opened about a month later.
A 1 month gap. Okay.
Yeah, that buffer lets the media coverage peak, lets everyone talk about it, then they hit you with the pre-order button.
So applying that RDR2 model, that 1 month buffer, if trailer 3 drops in early November, let's say, to satisfy the investors.
Then that puts the pre-order launch right in early December.
Early December, and that timing isn't accidental, is it?
Oh, not at all. That's the key financial move here. The prediction is trailer 3 in November, pre-orders open in December. Why?
The holidays, Christmas, New Year's, the biggest shopping season of the year.
Exactly. Launching pre-orders, then let's take 2 catch that massive wave of consumer spending. People have gift money, holiday bonuses.
We're more willing to splurge on a big purchase, like a premium edition of GTA 6.
Right. It maximizes that crucial upfront revenue during the most profitable quarter. It's strategically perfect.
So it really sounds like all these pieces are clicking together. The website prep, the final logo, the investor deadline, the holiday sales strategy. It's like a 4-part equation pointing to now-ish.
It really feels that way. If they don't drop the trailer very soon, they risk unsettling investors, and they miss that prime December window for pre-orders. They're kind of boxed in by their own timeline and strategy. #outro.
Wow. Okay, so putting it all together. The detailed website overhaul signaling they're ready, that final logo being deployed, the absolute deadline of the November 6th investor meeting, and the strategic need to hit the holiday pre-order season.
Yeah, the evidence really stacks up. It feels less like if and more like when. And when feels very, very close. The next few days, few weeks, definitely worth watching.
We can all feel that tension. I loved how the analysts you followed sort of summed up what everyone's feeling, basically pleading with Rockstar, just drop the trailer already.
Yeah, because checking social media constantly is draining.
Yeah.
It captures that shared exhaustion, that global anticipation perfectly.
We definitely feel that here too. But before you let you go back to hitting refresh, here's a final thought for you to chew on based on everything we've discussed.
Right. Think about this. A company changes its website layout, uploads a high-res logo, and that act alone triggers this insane level of global speculation, even affects stock market chatter. What does that tell us about marketing huge AAA games today?
Is the behind-the-scenes prep work, the internal digital housekeeping, has that become the most effective form of marketing in itself? Manufacturing hype just by getting ready?
It's a fascinating shift, isn't it? How anticipation itself is built and managed now. Something to think about.
We'll leave you with that. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
Catch you next time.